Mark, there are suggestions that Manchester City have put in a bid for the Leicester City midfielder.
Yeah, well, as we know, Man City couldn't afford Alexis Sanchez at around £35 million, but they might have to pay. Well, Leicester are going to hold out for £90 million for Riyad Mahrez. I think they're going to struggle to get that, but he's got 2.5 years left in his contract. Leicester's owners don't need to sell. They're quite wealthy. They're very determined to keep him. So, I mean, City might have to pay or offer around £70 million just to even get to the table on deadline day, and that's a big fee for a guy that can only play for the next 6 weeks before Leroy Sané gets fit again. So, it's a strange move to make, because City keep telling us they can't afford to sign this player or that player, but all of a sudden a player gets injured and bang, they go out and try and sign Riyad Mahrez. So I don't think that deal will get done. I just think there's too much at stake there for Leicester. It's such a big deal for City to do. I think that one might just fall by the wayside on Wednesday.
What do you make of this, Gray? How hard do you push if you're Manchester City? Do you try and get this done?
At the right price. Otherwise,
But what is the right price anymore?
Well, I don't think it's 90 million or thereabouts. I'll tell you that for sure. The player, I believe, might be agitated if Leicester are making it clear that they don't want to sell. The player could try and agitate for the move. Whether that will help, I don't know. I love watching him play. He's a real talented player. But at the right price, he'd be a good player for them to bulk up an already big squad, but not at the kind of figures that have been mentioned. Why are you always pulling a face?
Because to me, this makes zero sense whatsoever.
What, buying a good player makes no sense?
No, but it makes zero sense for City right now.
What City? That's Leicester City and Man City.
No, there's only one. No. For Manchester City, it makes no sense.
Why?
It doesn't make sense in terms of the fact that Riyad Mahrez, while he's fantastic, he's played very well. He plays in a completely different system, plays a completely different type of football.
Well,
if you're going to play in the sort of more pressing system that Pep wants to play, I don't think he's the right guy. I think he's now 26, 27 years old. To lock in that kind of money when you already have, even with Sané injured, you already have a wealth of alternatives who can play in wide areas. It's not as if Gabriel Jesus has been kidnapped by aliens. He's going to be back soon from his injury. You still have Raheem Sterling. Bernardo Silva can play on the other side as well if need be. It just doesn't make any sense. And also, we can all mock Pep Guardiola and say, like, oh, look, you're pleading poverty. You've got tons and tons of money. But what he meant was they can't compete with Manchester United because they have a different business model and they simply make less money. But the financial fair play restrictions that they have to deal with are as real for them as they are for any other club.